So, Sadhguruji, we also have a set of e-media questions that have come to us. So, we have a question from Erin Hestrong. He, just to give a little bit of context, we saw the video of Sadhguruji running on Himalayas, playing football, playing cricket. So, sir, in that context, how to keep yourself on the go all the time?
On the go. You don't have to be on the go all the time. If life demands, people ask me, Sadhguru, how are you active like this? Because generally my schedule is anywhere between 18 to 20 hours a day, 7 days of the week, 365 days, non-stop. For many years it's going on. I'm complaining and the guy's clapping about it. So people keep asking, how do you keep yourself like this? How do you do this? See, I'm essentially lazy. It's just that the situation in the world demands action. Left to myself, I would close my eyes and simply sit. I'm made like this, if I close my eyes, I can sit like this till I fall dead. Really. I have really no need for action. I'm not trying to keep myself busy. There's a lot to be done, so you're doing. People ask me, Sadhguru, what's your dream? What is your dream? I said, my dream is the day I'm unemployed, that's a great day. Because if I'm unemployed, it simply means everybody is doing fantastic. What more do you want? Dream fulfilled. So, action is not something that you decide. You just decide your intent. Action, the world will decide how much of what. I'm, at these economic forums and stuff, I'm at the World Economic Forum. This guy, from one of the business schools in Harvard Business School, one professor comes, oh, you're that amazing tree planter. I said, no, I'm not a tree planter. He said, no, you planted those millions of trees. Yes, I did, but I'm not a tree planter. Then what do? I said, I make people flower, not plant trees. But I'm planting trees because the goddamn trees are missing where they should have been. Where they should have been, they're not there. It's like this, two men were working on the street. One man is digging pits, behind him another man is coming and closing and going. Somebody else was driving by, they saw this ridiculous activity. One guy digs the pit, another guy closes the pit. So they stopped and said, hey, what are you doing here? Why are you guys working like this? One guy digging, another guy closing. They said, no, the in-between guy has gone on leave, he's the tree planter. He's not there, we're doing our work. So lot of people are doing work like this, I'm doing my work. You have no work on this planet. If the planet needs work, if the world needs work, we will do it. Otherwise, why should I think this is my work? Sadhguru, what's your mission? I said, no mission, I'm just fooling around a bit. Because you have no business to have your own mission. Life has its own mission. In some way, if you can assist and serve that, that's about it. What is it that you have your own mission? Are you some kind of a tyrant? All missionaries are tyrants in some way, unknowingly. Yes, those who think they have a mission. There is no mission. What is needed you do, especially when you study in a business school and get certain competence to manage things or create things. You must create what is needed, not create some rubbish and push it on them. Yes? Yes or no? You must see how to make life better, how to solve situations which are problematic to a whole lot of people. You must look for solutions and solutions for the existing situations. And of course, there are experts who go on creating new problems. So you will never be short of problems, believe me. You just have to create solutions, not go on a mission mode. That's for Mussolini.
Purnima means a full moon day. Every full moon day that happens, 12 or 13 full moons that come in a year, each one of them have a different quality about them. Most people today living in cities, they don't know which phase of the moon it is right now, they've completely forgotten. Today is a new moon day, don't look up, there's no moon today. Because today is a new moon day, or in America they call it no moon day, very literal. Which phase of the moon it is, most people do not know today because blazing lights, noises and this and that, nobody pays attention either to the sky or to their own body. If you look up into the sky, for sure you can know. Or if you close your eyes and look at your system, you can know what phase of the moon it is, because with every phase of the moon, the human system accordingly behaves mildly differently. This much you know, that on a full moon day and a new moon day, if you were a sailor, you would for sure know what's happening around you because the very oceans are rising on this day. It's a huge body of water, it's rising. If you look at this planet as a body, this water body that we call as ocean is covering over 70% of the land or the area. Similarly, if you look at this body, even here, over 70% is water. Not by accident, that's the design. So if the very oceans are rising, you think the water in your body is not rising? The water in the ocean is laden with salt. Salt does not mean just the salt that we use, variety of things which we experience as salt. But the waters here have a more complex mixture. This is a more complex soup than the oceanic soup. Whether you made a great soup out of yourself or a lousy soup, that depends, but still it's a very complex soup. There just salt water rises. Out of this, ships will go, many things are launched, various things happening, the life changes in the ocean quite dramatically on this day and on the full moon day. The same is happening here. But not being sailors, sailor means somebody who wants to go somewhere, you know. Sailor means somebody who's always longing to go to a new place. So if you are a spiritual seeker, you're like a sailor, always want to go to a new place. Not because this place is bad, but we want to go to a new place within us. We understand, we are mature enough to know, if I move from this place to another place geographically, it's not really going to change my life. So we understood, we have to go to a new place within ourselves. So in a certain way, you're a sailor. If you're a sailor, the full moon day and the new moon day are very significant for you. You're waiting for that to happen. That's the day you would like to launch your new ship. So, Purnami means it is a day when you can launch things within you. So there is a whole system of yoga which is calibrated for the lunar cycles and the solar cycles so that one can make use of this system, one can make use of nature's help. As I said, among these 12 to 13 full moons that happen, they are of different quality. So accordingly they have been identified. I think in China there's some significance, no, probably in Japan probably. August moon, you have some significance to August moon? There is. Whatever the significance, I do not know, but essentially, the full moon that comes immediately after the summer solstice and the winter solstice are of a certain significance. This time, Guru Purnima is the second full moon, not the first one. Because of some astronomical calculations, it's been moved to the second full moon. Otherwise, it's always the first full moon after the solstice. The first full moon after the winter solstice is called Dhanya Purnami, which is considered a day of fulfillment. And in Tamil Nadu, it is celebrated as Thaipusam? No, it comes little after that, okay. It's called Dhanya Purnami and it is celebrated in different ways, but essentially it means the day of fulfillment. So this Guru Purnima, this Purnima or this full moon after the summer solstice, historically and also in terms of celestial arrangement of things, it's significant because Adiyogi chose to become a Adi Guru. The first yogi decided to become the first Guru over 15,000 years ago on this day, which is called as Guru Purnima. It is the birth of the first Guru. And this is the day he delivered or he started transmitting the most significant message to humanity, which was never before. That is, he made them realize that if you're willing to strive, all the limitations that nature has set upon you, you can cross. You can evolve beyond your present limitations, if only you're willing to strive and do the needed things within you. Till then, and even today largely most people believe that this is the way I'm made, this is either God's will or my father's mistake. That this is the way I am, I can't do anything about it. On this day, Adiyogi introduced this possibility to humanity and said, if you are willing to strive, I will give you a science through which you can go beyond all limitations that are considered human limitations. Even today, when people use the word human, most of the time, when people use the word human, they are not talking about the immensity of being human, the power of being human, the possibility of being human. They're talking about the limitations of being human. When somebody says, oh, I'm only human, they're talking about how I'm limited. Very rarely somebody is referring to I'm human as a great possibility. Because still most of the people believe that either because of God's will or my parents' mistake, I'm like this and this is all I can do. If you experience a rebirth, if you make a rebirth possible for yourself, naturally your most important work will be to ensure that the entire world knows that if they are willing to strive, they can cross all the limitations created by themselves, created by their genetics, created, even imposed by the nature. Even those limitations you can cross. The limitations of life and death one can cross if one is willing to strive for it. So on this day, which is called as the Guru Purnima, this message was delivered. So it's very, very significant because this made human life into a possibility, a limitless possibility, rather than being some kind of a trap of being one more kind of creature on the planet. So we must celebrate this.